Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Thank you for being here. Happy holidays. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, a good start to your Hanukkah season. I hope you've got stuff planned for, my voice is already going out, for New Year's coming up. So yeah. Good morning from sunny Florida. Right back at you from sunny Austin. It's currently 60 degrees here, which is kind of dumb, I think, but whatever. So thanks for being here, Johnny. I realize you're probably on vacation and aren't going to stay a whole lot, so that's cool. Go be with your family. We are going to just do some designing today. Maybe if I get bored with the designing, I'll see if I can get the X-Wing, the new X-Wing thing going. I downloaded X-Wing versus... Good morning, James. How are you? I downloaded a new version of TIE Fighter, the old TIE Fighter game. A few years ago, somebody did TIE Fighter Total Conversion, which was built off the back of an upgraded X-Wing Alliance game from like back in the 90s. Early 2000s. And so they've run the thing through a new engine and they've updated it, and so download it. I want to see about playing it. My son got me a new joystick for Christmas so I can play the games, and I'm very excited. I love space combat sims. And turn down the music, please. Is that better? Yeah, so space combat sims have been some of my favorite games of all time. The X-Wing games, and then a handful of other games after that. I think like Jupiter Incident was one of them. Going back to like Star Fox, those kinds of things where it's like sort of flight sims but with a sci-fi aspect. So anyway. But today we're going to be working on more designs for the Advent calendar. And I do have quite a few done, but today I thought we'd let's do a new one. And I think I'd like to try the Shell Walker, because I was kind of thinking last night about how to make this, and I'm just going to throw those ideas around and see if they work or not. So Alliance was good. Alliance was more story driven to me. You gave you a little more character. I'm glad you liked Legoland. That's very cool. So we're going to do this with clips. So yeah, the idea of all the TIE Fighter, and then the X-Wing and the TIE versus TIE Fighter, and then there was a third one, like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, not championship, but something like that. There's a third one that I really enjoyed as well. So I'm excited. It took a while to get it all going. It's, you got to download the original game, and then you've got to not break it, but you have to install these kind of games within games inside the folders, and then you got to patch them all and make sure they run. And some of them don't run with the newer patches, and some of them don't run on certain machines. So it was a labor of love to get it going. So I wonder if this is actually as bad as everyone says it is. No, they seem to have fixed it. The Facebook community is completely up in arms about this piece being, it looks like it's more angled than it is curved, and people are just freaking out. So so I'm excited to see if that works or not. And by works, I mean I'm excited to play it. I want to go through the missions and everything, and the whole reason I'd want them to also do maybe a X-Wing versus TIE Fighter is because while I like playing the TIE Fighter and I like playing a TIE Interceptor and a gunboat and all those, I really liked playing B-Wings and A-Wings. So that's what I'm looking forward to, is some of those too. I also have to get back into remembering how to do all the keyboard commands. Like, I just basically launched it and was like, let's go, let's do this. And they're like, fly through these things. And I'm like, and so I haven't mapped my joystick yet, and I haven't gone back. There's like, I had a printout at one point when I was playing it originally, what all the keystrokes did to cycle power and, you know, change your shield formation and do all that kind of stuff. So, okay. So those are the legs for the Shell Walker. I think this is going to be cute AF. It's going to have a little, it's got to have little eyes on it and arms. So the arms maybe, I'm going to put the head here and the little bracket holding up the container on the back. The digital piece. Let me see if I can find it, because it's actually pretty funny. Oh, come on. Why is this? Don't like it when it does that. Is it? I say up in arms. I'm sure it's not that big a deal. That's pretty cute. Yeah, there it is. So it's saying that this piece was, and I think the resolution was that their render quality was lower. But even if I did that, that's fine. I don't know what the problem is. So anyway. But I think it was sort of like, not an oversight, but like we need to get this part in there. It doesn't matter. It's digital. It's not whatever. But at the same time, like, you know, anyway. So that was fun. I spent, so my Christmas break is going pretty good. I'm by myself for the most part because Beth's been working. And then the ladies and the kids have been out of town, which they do every year. So, and get rid of that. I really don't. I know what this thing looks like. I don't really need I just need to do it. The hard part's going to be a 6-sided container on top, very small. Not sure how to do that. So yeah, it's been good. I've gone through, I got a couple mini storage containers for Christmas, so I immediately filled those with some stuff. And I'm going through a process now of basically documenting all the parts that I have, just like what I have, the storage that I have and what's in it. So I can plan to replace or expand or consolidate based off, you know, how much I have. I don't plan on buying a ton more Lego in my lifetime. I think 1 or 2 big sets a year, maybe. I think I'm done buying like everything that comes out. I may be even done with, like, unless we do project support that's specifically getting certain parts, I don't even know that I'll do lug bulk anymore. I have 2 lug bulk bags that are just, I haven't even opened them. In 2 years, they've just sat there. Like, I haven't used them for anything. I'm just buying to have stuff, and it's not, you know, I don't need any more stuff. I think it's going to be like small bits of maybe, you know, pick a brick walls or bricklink orders or stuff like that from now on, because this room is just, it's so full, and I don't need any more of it, and it's just adding to the pile. So this next year may be a lot less purchasing. But it was very interesting to go through it all and figure out what I have and where it sits and what can be consolidated. So that was kind of fun. Yeah, what am I, Canadian? Well, and I have bought my share of Lego, and I've bought a bunch of, oh, this is what they're talking about. Okay, so this is, I see now. I didn't change it back. But see how some of it's like rendered funny? I don't know if you can see that or not. It's very geometrical, so I'm going to change that back because I don't need to do that. That's much better. Yeah. I think they had a lower render resolution, and the part picker over here in the palette was showing things a little more angled than they were. I have made a purchase since Christmas, though. I did go ahead and buy the Venator, the UCS Venator, and hopefully that will be here soon. So that'll be the next 27 years of putting stuff together. So let's see. His head has 2 little eye things, a thing in the middle, and then a little antenna coming out. So at this scale, I was thinking of putting a little antenna on the back here, but I want to do this as this so I can get a lever. What's up, Greg? So yeah, starting whenever the set gets here, I will start doing that. And I'm going to try to remember this time to do a time lapse of it. That's going to be black. That might get in the way of whatever box I have over here, but that's fine. I'm just gonna do, thought I had one of those already. Play around. This is going to be the one with the eyes. Not all of them have eyes, but I think I'm going to give this guy little eyes because he's cute. There we go. Okay, next I want to try to figure out the box on the back. So this is a 6-sided box. I could use this piece again, but I don't think I'm going to. Did I see the movie yet? Nosferatu, no. A friend of ours had open heart surgery a few weeks ago, and it really sort of messed up a few plans that we were going to have for Christmas Day, because she's Jewish. Beth likes saying she's Jewish. So on Christmas Day, after we'd done the Christmas stuff in the morning for the Gentile, we were gonna go do Chinese food for lunch and then go see a movie. And I had suggested Nosferatu, and but because she had her surgery, she wasn't really feeling like going anywhere. So we went over to their house, and her husband's brother and his wife and their kid were there for Christmas. So we hung out and ordered takeout Chinese food, which wasn't great. It was fine. We ordered it from this new place that was like an Indian Asian place, but also did Chinese food. So like the pot stickers tasted like they had curry, which was good. Like it wasn't bad. It just, it was kind of interesting to go through that. And then we ended up watching a movie on, that I'd seen before. So I'm just like, oh, whatever. But yeah, I still want to see Nosferatu. I think it'll be fun. Trying to think of anything that I could make 6-sided small. I may have to do it as just a cube. I don't think I can do a 6-sided thing on this. I still need to do I'm gonna do this here. Yeah, that's gonna get in the way of that. I did a jumper here. But other than that, like I said, got myself a oh, really? Got myself the Venator, and Beth and I got each other some stuff. Most of the stuff for her was stuff for her practice and cardigans, because therapists wear cardigans. And then I got some stuff, lights for outside, a rug for one of the areas of the house. Stuff I'd asked for. Let's try something else. It's going to get in the way. This antenna is just going to be in the way, isn't it? You could use frying pans or the 3386 to make the angles. Frying pan. Yeah, I could do, so that's going to be very tall. This may be on the smaller side of the builds. So I don't mind just doing one Travis brick and make it 4-sided and just, but the reason to make it for Travis brick is so on each side I can make, oops. I can rotate it. So it kind of looks like it. And then on each side, I'm going to do... Actually, no. I'll just do regular plate. Because it's got funky angles on it. And then a dish on the top of it like that. And then tile. Tile around. And that will be this weird aqua blue. For 2 of them. Because it's the actual design, it doesn't show it here really well, but this blue, I think it's a sand blue actually. So let's do sand blue. It's better. If I wanted to do a 6-sided thing, and I just duplicate this. Well, that's going to make it 8-sided. I was going to say you duplicate it and turn it, and then you could have stacked plates, but that's going to be 8 sides. Yeah, this works. You just ordered The Witch in the Lighthouse. It's a 6-sided. So when I did the big one, I had to use a really awkward piece to make the cube. I had to use this thing to get it 6-sided. And then inside this, since they were see, I made this like an azure color. Should be sand blue. But so inside each of these is a little clip thing that holds on. And then these are separated by these bars. So it can be 6 sides. And then just a dish on top. And then the whole thing's held up with a single pole because those have axle holes in the middle. Yeah, I thought that turned out pretty good considering. But that's the weird little shape that they have. So these should be sand blue. I don't know why I did that. Anyway. Don't save. But I think having it just kind of indicated would be okay. And yeah, I think I know what part you're talking about. Bar. Plate. Palette. So these I can have the arms coming out. These black. And angle them out. This is otherwise known as my favorite piece. Can I favorite a piece? These angled out a little bit. And then on one side, mech arm, I'll just do this. It's got a big orange claw on it, but I don't really care. And then the other side's got like a big shield projector. Which I had an idea of and this again. Well, let's see. Because that's going to be a claw. Maybe that's black or gray again. And then do that over here too. And then this is going to be a round bar. This. That's going to be black. And then I'm going to do a round plate, round brick, because I need to give it a little distance. And then a dish. And I'm going to break everything by doing this, but okay. You can get 3x3 dish in trans blue. That's perfect. Perfect. Look at that. Mech arms can't be this color. Okay. What color can they be? Dark blue gray? Can they be white? Oh. Yeah, because they have, these are big shield projectors. I don't know if any of these images will show it, but they have these big shield projectors on one side. These are a pain in the butt when you're fighting them, because once they get those up, they just come rushing at you, and there's no way to hit them, so you have to kind of get out of their way. But as you're dodging, they kind of sit and have this big shock wave come out, right? So they're kind of a pain in the butt. But once you're able to connect with them, on the back side, right here, if you knock this off, this whole container falls off, and then you can loot it, and it knocks like half their health off. So they're pretty easy to hit. And then the funny thing is, they've got this shield going, and then the other arm shoots electric balls at you. And that's kind of exposed on the shield, so you can shoot that off, and that takes some health off. So, and then up here, I'm just going to do another little claw thing. Bring this back off. That's been nice. Like, the added memory really helped that process along, because I used to like lock up my machine every time. I'm like, all right, just have it be whatever, and there have it be the regular colors, or switch the colors for all the parts, or only show the parts that exist for this color, and the computer would go, okay, give me a minute, and then it would sit back and close its eyes and take a nap. Okay, so I don't need that. Actually, I think these do come in orange. Nice. What color do those come in? Not orange. Let's change this to another round plate. So yeah, holidays have been pretty good so far. Can't complain. There we go. That's better. And then this, I'd almost rather do this on it. Figure out how to attach that. There is a piece. But I think it might be too big. Get in the way of the legs. That's not too bad. Then jumper. So I did a lot of walking around because the ladies were out of town. So I was taking care of their animals. For about 5 days. And the dog gets walked 3 times a day. And then the cat has medicine. So, I mean, I was over there a lot. So I got a lot of walking in. All right. So 41 parts. That's kind of a lot. But I think it's a good size. I rotate this. Um, 180 is 225, right? There we go. That needs to be a little bigger. I wonder if have an idea. Which means I'm changing. Oh, these don't. Yeah, never mind. So these are almost impossible to get in orange. They exist, but there's like 2 shops in the US that have them. What's the cheapest one of this? Lime? Really? Interesting. Not going to color it that, but I'm not going to color it that. That's cheapest in lime. Interesting. Oh, where'd it go? So I played a lot of Dragon's Age. Got the new Veilguard game. Played a lot of that. Like I said, did the organization of Lego stuff, which was okay. I killed some time. Oh man, thought that would work. All right, well, there goes that idea. think there's a way to... don't look at it too close from the top. Sorry. We have the entire family playing Cult of the Lamb. Cool. Is that a board card game? I bought Beth a game that it probably won't be here for another week or so, but it's a Bad Therapist or Terrible Therapist or something like that. It's an oatmeal game. And it's one of these where it's like Cards Against Humanity type of thing, where there's a, it's a party game where there's a judge and then there's a bunch of people playing, and one person will play basically like something that a patient would come to you with, and then you as the therapist have to come up with a diagnosis or a treatment plan, and they're all awful, right? And you can only really play what you've been given. So I'm like, that seems nice. It's digital, cool. Not that one. Religious friends would not be happy. That's funny. It's a little better. That's not too bad, right? 47 pieces. Okay, I think that's good. Let's move on. Away from the keyboard, okay. So that's cute. I'm gonna start making a lineup image here. So we're gonna take these guys, put them in here. We're gonna save this as, I like doing this, like showing all the gallery. Yeah, and it's not much bigger than like the Advent calendar stuff for real. I don't know. I'll see if I can make it a little smaller. So watcher. And then ball neck. And then somebody, who is it? Somebody's floating. Can't tell who it is. The Nook figure I haven't finished yet. Training dummy is kind of done. It's huge. It's only 29 parts. How is that? 46 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, 13 of it, that is the legs. But it still doesn't seem... Anyway. Gallery. Training dummy. This is also very large. So this may have to be a different... I don't know. We'll see. Campfire. Does anybody have a wand that can test this? I think Johnny's not near his stuff. James might be able to once he's back. So I think this works. But I want to make sure it works. I think this ball fits in that socket. Dang it. And then you can rotate it. Like that. This may be too squirrely a direction. So maybe the plant pieces would be better. I just like the way that looks better. These also seemed large and in the way of everything else. Ah, I'm not gonna worry about it. So, okay, we got a campfire. And we've got, what else did we do? Thunderjaw, got a ruined traffic light. Shellwalker, Watcher, Tallneck, Bannock, Training Dummy. Technically, we got a Thunderjaw, but he's not done yet. All right, cool. So we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only have 16 more to go. Oh, nice. Oh, did you get it? The original Renegade set? Yeah, I haven't gotten an update on my Venator shipping yet. I only bought it 2 days ago, but I would have got an email about shipping. But they're probably all like the LAN people said. We're in Denmark. They have like a 2-week mandatory. Everybody just goes away, right? Starting from like the week before Christmas to like the 5th of January. They're like, yeah, everything's closed. I'm like, okay. That. Not gonna save it. Okay. So next, Oh, that's kind of fun. That's a good idea. So let's see what's on this list now. Did I lose my Muzak? It's just a long 30 seconds of nothing at the end of that song. Copyright free Christmas music by this person. Yeah, kernel base dump file. This is how bad I was looking up like problems for the game that I was installing. It was a problem. Okay, so we did Shellwalker designed. So let's do a lance horn because I think I could appropriate the training dummy and just change some colors. So let's do this as the lance horn. So lance horns are basically, lance horns and grazers are basically the same body. And when I was building the original, that's exactly what I did. Was I just basically took it's not a grazer. What is it? Oh, it is a grazer. So you can see they're virtually the same. Is that a big one? No, I need a big image. Seriously, if you're going to keep like putting 30 seconds, that's not big either. That's not big either. Probably the bigger one is these toys. No, I don't want to download it. A new tab. What the heck? Okay, well, anyway, there's a grazer. And then a lance horn. Why are these so small? Pretty much the same thing. The legs are the same. They have the same kind of canisters on the back. Same thing that feeds the canisters. The neck's a little different in the front here, but it still has like these armor plates. The head is kind of the same. It has these little dangly things and a single eye. It's really just the horns that are different. So it's got drilling, you know. The idea is for the lance horn, it drills into harder materials like bedrock and harder clays. And this kind of tills more soil, loose material and stuff. So, but they're basically the same thing. So if I were to take this, what's that, and turn it into a grazer, or a lance horn, I don't think that's going to be a problem. So we can start by, I'm going to make these not stumpy. And make that white. And make these orange. My health stream is good, thank you. I'm going to be changing so much of this that I may end up just being its own thing. Candle. See, its legs are a little curved in the back, so I'm trying to figure out how to do that. This is going to be black, and we'll do this as gray. Black. And then these are generally light blue, translight blue. There we go. And now I need 2 drill bits on the top, and there's unicorn horns that look like little drill bits. So I'm going to use those for the head. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Actually, I could use... There's all kinds of curved swords that I think would look better. But they're so big because they're minifig scale for the most part. And they don't come in black usually. Oh, they do come in black. Interesting. Like, these would be cool for the front legs. Clip. Tile clip. Color that white. See how that looks. In the back, do those mech arms again. Good ideas. I just got to figure out how to get it done. So while I'm thinking that, I'm going to redo the drills up top here. So this is going to be a round plate to hold both of these to start, or something with 2 clips in it on either side of itself, which I think there's a piece that's got that. Honestly. Clip. It's a weird... Oh, no, it wasn't what I thought. Okay, never mind. What's up, Sunita? How are you? Since that's just a hole there, that's probably good. And it doesn't need to be too spectacular. Can that be orange? I don't want that to be orange. I want those to be metallic. Flat silver. Cool. Good deal. So I don't need these here anymore. I think I'm going to put one of them up here. And maybe just one down here. That's better. They aren't really this color either. I don't like that it's showing that. They're more this color. But this image doesn't get very big. Yeah, they're white or tannish. So change that to white. Now these guys on the back, I'm going to just color them all white, but they need to have like a canister looking, because they're freeze canisters. So I think on 2 of these, I might do this. I think those can come in yellow. And on these bottom 2, I'm going to do this. And just put these guys back. There. Okay. We will save. How was your holiday, Sunita? Do you guys, you're in Germany? If I remember correctly. Hope your holiday was doing well. I always feel like, so we do Yule. We do Yule on the 22nd, usually with the ladies and the kids. And then they will go to, they see Claire's family in El Paso. And then Beth and I do our own thing, or we go to Kentucky. But we have like a small nuclear family kind of thing on Yule. Way back in the day, Cheryl was more pagan, did a lot of Wicca stuff. Was a lapsed Baptist, and I was a lapsed Catholic, so we were just like, whatever works for you, man. I'm not, whoever in the relationship has the most feelings towards something for tradition or things that, you know, you want to have done around the house or with the family. Whoever has the strongest opinions and feelings, it's kind of default to them, right? It's like, I don't care, whatever you want to do. Do I get to drink eggnog? Do I get to drink, do I get to open presents? Do I get to put up Christmas lights? I don't care what we do. So we started doing it on the 22nd. That way we could, if we wanted to on the 25th, go visit family and it not be like, quick, let's do something with ourselves in the morning and then rush to go do something with people in the afternoon or evening. So it gave us a little more time, right? And we could take time off between those 3 days to kind of have a nice break. So it's nice. And it's to this day, that's what the plan usually has been, is go over to their house on the 22nd morning-ish, noonish, exchange a lot of presents, hang out, eat some food, chat, watch some shows or something like that. And either that afternoon or night, they'll go to El Paso. And we were going to try to go to Kentucky this year, but Beth was working. So, hey, look at that. That's not too bad. I need something a little more here. Maybe these guys again. So they're the same level. We can color these yellow. And the sides here, their legs are usually a little closer together, but that looks funny. I don't think I like this as much as this guy. We're going to keep this guy. I don't know why I brought up the difference in, or why I brought the thing up, but probably just to say that it's been pretty quiet around here. Oh, so I always feel like once we've done the big thing with the family, I always feel like Christmas is kind of over. Okay, this is really annoying. This is like so much time after your song. I'm going back to this. Sorry. Okay, cool. I like this. It's 37 pieces. It's a little much, but it looks the part. There's a gap here that I'm gonna put it's a tile and a bar. But yeah, for the past, that's too big. Yeah, just like that. Cool. Save as Lanshorn. Don't save. One to the gallery. with this guy in the gallery. Right on, right on. What's next? Lance horn's done. Oh wait, designed. I do that sometimes. I do that sometimes when I'm taking notes on phone calls. I'll be talking to somebody, and they're like, "Can I have your social security number, or can I have your credit card number, or can I have your here's your appointment date, or here's something like that, right? Or what's a good day for you, right?" And so what'll happen is I will. I'm going to see about maybe the corruptor next. I'm going to try the corruptor. The thing that I'm saying, I will also write down. So like somebody says, "What's your driver's license number?" And I'll say it's, it's whatever it is. And I'll write it down at the same time. And then my brain doesn't recognize it at the time, but then I get done with the phone call and I look at the notes that I've taken. I'm like, why was I writing down information that I obviously have in my brain, right? It's just my hand is like going, I need to do something, All right, the corruptor should be fun. It is a four-legged beastie. Got kind of a spidery, scorpion, alien head looking thing. Its major features are that it's got the four legs. This is a really good kind of, I realize it's a toy or a printout, but this is actually quite a good image showing like how the legs connect. This is the problem that I have with so many science fiction video game things that are done in computer, is this kind of connection is really hard to build. These points right along here have to be the strongest amount of metals or alloys, and the joints have to be so well crafted that, if they are not absolutely machined properly, the whole thing just kind of falls in on itself. Which I ran into even building a thing this big, the shell walker I had, because it was so heavy on top and the bits that I had underneath it just collapsed. So I ran into that with this, so I had to use locking hinges on the big one. So I had to use, I should have used locking hinges. So the problem is, because I was trying to give it mobility, right? I think I did a pretty good job of this one. Because its legs actually have to go out and come back to make it walk. You have to give it that range of motion. For the bigger ones like this, I really did want to give it the, and I realize now I can probably change this and that. It's a little more rectangularly, but anyway. But these make it very, like these mixel joints, these small ball and socket joints wear out after a while. They're good to start, but they're not meant to, they're meant to be like, for the mixels, mixels are those little poly bag creatures, right? And they're 40 parts. They're not much. And they have like little arms and legs that are, just supposed to be sort of positional and expressive and stuff. They're not supposed to be these weight bearing things. So after a while, they'll wear out. And of course, then the whole thing's like balanced on one thing so it can rotate, and This was my favorite bit, was attaching these to the hooks, the whips to the hooks. I felt that was inspired. So anyway, on a smaller scale, I'm not going to worry about it having to move so much. The proper way. So I'm going to try to do, I think there's a this piece, and I don't know which one will be better, because there's one with a, either of these be black? No. Looks like they can only be, oh, reddish. I guess that will dictate it. That can only be reddish brown. So this is going to dictate this. I rotate that. "45 degrees. This may not be spidery enough. I may have to do something else, but it's a good starting point. Also, I'm suddenly making it so small. I could do this. Because these can be black. So close. So are you all watching Skeleton Crew? What do you guys think? I'm enjoying it. I like it a lot. I really like the childlike aspect to it. It's been a lot of fun with the adventure, and there's a little bit of mystery of who the pirate captain guy is. I think SM33 has been a lot of fun. The kids are all pretty good actors, and they're all different enough characters that I think it makes a good group. It feels very much Goonies, right? There's kind of like, there's the main-ish character who started it all. Then there's the street smart girl who kind of bucks the system and is on her own a lot, kind of rebellious. Then there's the straight-laced friend of the main character, who's a little on the kind of nerdy, wimpy side, but is very heartwarming and earnest. And then there's the character that's like the smart character that's always going to be there to solve the problems, right? But they make it Star Warsy. So there's like the girl's on her speeder bike, and the nerdy kid's this cute little elephant looking alien, and then the smart kid's got like a cyborg implant. So it all tracks with Star Wars, but it's still very much an adventure with kids. Just been a lot of fun. These are in blue. Don't care that these are gonna be I know this is illegal, but I think I'm just gonna do this just to see how it works. Whoops. I wish it would rotate on that. That's black. May have to be a little taller. There's another one that I can do like this. I think that's too tall. Because then I was going to put a binoculars. And those can't be black. So can only be dark gray. We'll figure something else out there. Easiest way to do this would be modified brick. See, sometimes the parts just work, and sometimes you need to add a lot of parts to make it work right. This will be modified plate. Angled bar. So that's perfect. And I'm just going to do a 1x1 round. Plate. And then a tile. So this is technically like a dark tan. These two will be black. And then we've got a missile launcher over here. I don't know how to make the holes on the bottom. Like if we did a is there a printed tile that's got holes? It's gonna be a hard ask just to type in holes on here. Holes. Just to see what's going up. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. I'm excited for upcoming episodes. The Dune Prophecy show has been a lot of fun. Its season is over. Maybe just It's maybe too big. Yeah, that's too big. Let's get a bar ring. Let's get this guy in here so we can make a connection. Hopefully that doesn't run into that. Is that Beth? Is Beth home? Sure sounded like it. But the dogs aren't awake. Usually we can hear the dogs get up. Yeah, Dune Prophecy's been very good. Silo's been very good. I need to keep up with that. I finished the book. I went through the audiobook of that, and I'm excited to see how the show plays it. These come in black. See, we have this plate. What we need now is one with 2 clips on the ends. A plate with 2 clips on either side. Or a 1x2 plate with clips on either side. I don't know why we don't have that. We need one of these with 2 clips on the ends of it. Because if I were to make one, yeah, and then but then you got to put it together, and that makes it really thick. If I do this, suddenly the tail is really thick. But this may be the only way to go. Zisoo, how you doing? The bar, the thing that goes into the clips. Yeah, they got those. They got these guys. And they have the 1x2 version of that, but they don't have one with clips on either side. They have clips on the same side as the plate. There's also another way to do this with but you have to have something to join the two. Is they have those like those bar holders with a bar on it, and then another of the same thing with the clip on it that are thinner, but so now I want the claw up here. No printing. Need to figure out how to get that attached. Just woke up. Only have the Renegade set. What, they're not in the Renegade set? I mean, come on. Bar clip. Yeah, there's these guys, which I think I'm going to use. To be the tail. All right, now I need the missile launcher, and we can call this one done. Missile launcher is going to be very small. Yeah, it is. I kind of miss doing that. Just get it like, that'd be a fun brick rodeo thing, is instead of like just random pieces like from a big box, everybody gets a, like, you go to Bricks and Minifigs, or you go to a place that has brick tables, there's going to be some there too. Just get a gallon bag and you drag it through, and you fill it up with however much you can, and then those bags build something with it. You have to use as many pieces as possible. And whoever does the, everybody gets a prize or whatever, but maybe fans could vote on their favorite of those builds. I think that'd be kind of fun. Problem is that's subjective. Blind builds, co-op builds, mirror builds, speed builds, those are all objective. Like, you got somebody who finishes first, usually, or finishes most correctly. So this has to be a brick because it has to be square. Show me modified bricks. Probably going to end up being another Travis brick. That'll work. What color can those be? Doesn't have to have the little launcher tubes on the thing. It can just be that. And I could even put a grill tile on the top of it. Yeah, okay, that's good. I need these, I need that. I want to see like the actual colorization, because in the game they do have different, it's a different color in the game. They do have a little bit of different, but I don't think it's a differentiation enough to, like these I could probably color something different, but not light blue gray. I think that's good. Nice. That sounds fun. All right. Raptor's done. We're really knocking a few out here. Got scrap tooth, sawtooth, metal flower. Let's look at a metal flower. This is probably going to be an easy one, but I think I want to put it in surrounded by some flowers, so it's a little easier, because this is a easy three-sided bar plate. There is a piece in here that I can't. Round plate. That I know exists. I'm just going to have a hard time finding it. So I was sorting through, I was making a spreadsheet of, I should show you the spreadsheet because it's hilarious. This is how far I got. I had all afternoon. This is as far as I got. So this is basically one stack of shelves. So it's got 2 mini sterilites and then 2 extra large sterilites underneath it. And so this is that stack. This is the parts that are in each one. Everything with an X by it is in a drawer in a bag. So the idea is to get some of these out of these drawers and bags and give them their own drawer, right? So for the one large drawer, it's 6 different, yeah, so it's 6 different. These are all, you know, I want these to be, these are fine because there's a ton of these canopies and windscreens, but all these like 2x6 curved wedges right and left, 1x6 and 2x6 and inverted curved slopes. So there was one that I went through and I could not I could not figure this one out at all, and I'll show you the part. It, from what I can tell, it existed on an Ice Planet set. And no amount of me typing wedge, slope, 3x3, something could find this piece, right? So I had to do a Google Lens for it. Let's see if it finds it this way easy enough. This piece right here. Facet. I had 2 of these and then the 2 matching bottom ones in red. And could not figure out, like I was doing modified brick, 3x3 modified brick. I was doing 3x3 by 2 slope. 3 by, you know, is it convex? Yes. Convex slope. All this stuff. Facet didn't even register into my vocabulary. I have no idea what this is in Lego. Like, I don't know what the part is in Lego, but I had to look it up with Google Lens to figure out what it was. And there was like a random German site that had one for sale for like $1.50 or something. I got a Firehawk. Need to take it apart. I got a Firehawk from somebody for free, I think. I can't remember where I got it, but I basically got it so I could get the figure out of it, so I could make the microfighter version of it. It's fine. It's got a unique canopy on it. I think I pulled out the figure already. Where did I put the figure? Ruh-roh. Oh yeah. So here's the figure. You can't really see that. And then here's the set. Some of it's come apart already, but the canopy is pretty cool. It's a print, at least. It's not a sticker. So that's nice. Right? There was even the last... an odd choice for the 24th of December, but that's the Advent calendar 24th day, was the Crimson Firehawk, which I thought was interesting. There were 3 or 4 models this time that everybody opened and went, I don't know what this is. That was one of them. Yoda's Starfighter was hard to pick out. The Mandalorian, I forget what it's called. It's not Gamorreek, but it's like Gamarek. The Gauntlet Fighter was kind of hard for people to sort out. They didn't know what it was. And the mini kit. Like, anybody who hadn't played Lego Star Wars didn't know what the mini kit was. They're like, is this a gas can? Is it a fuel tank? Like, what is it? The Eta class shuttle, or the Theta class shuttle, was a little obscure if you weren't paying attention to Revenge of the Sith. Rest of them work fine, easily identifiable enough. So, no, Crimson Firehawk is in the. It might be a game. It's in it's High Republic era, but it's like the Young Yoda Chronicles. I think it was a Lego cartoon. Yeah, Young Jedi Adventures. So it was a Disney Plus show about the High Republic and some young Jedi that Yoda was hanging out with and training and going on adventures with and stuff. So it was fine. It's aimed at preschoolers. Yeah, it's fine. The set itself was not like, here's the ship. The ship's actually kind of cool looking. It reminds me a little bit of like if somebody took this and, I mean, this is a stretch, but Dengar's ship, it's kind of got the same, it looks like it could be modified for that. Anyway. So yeah, this piece was very hard to categorize, and I was working on, basically what I'm trying to do is plan to like have every single one of these have their own individual drawer, right? So without just like buying a bunch of stuff and not knowing really what I need, instead I'm going to say, okay, what do I have now? Assuming I don't buy tons more stuff, what do I need to store what I have now? Without everything being like, here's one drawer full of 20 bags of stuff. It all works. Like, I know where everything is. There's nothing on the floor. It's not spilling out everywhere. My problem is I have about a handful of drawers that are getting very full, and there's no room for them anymore. So I can either break them off into colors, which I've been doing. I do like take all the gray out of this one and then leave everything else, or black, white, and gray, and then leave all the colors or something like that. So it's been working. I would just like a better system. And I've got some newly freed up space that I'd like to use for storage. I'd like to get rid of like this one big cabinet here that's just like full of bags and bins and stuff. So there's plans. I think my next little bit of money will go towards storage instead of Lego, but we'll see. So all right, so that one's done. What were we talking about next? The flowers. So the metal flowers are interesting because in Horizon Zero Dawn, they just show up. They're just a thing. Here's a good example. They usually live in this triangle of real flowers, and you just collect them. They're just collectibles. And when you can collect it, and it provides a little data log, and so you can open the data log and look at it, and it has like, it usually has some poetry in it. So you're like, what was this for? You come to find out the flowers themselves were supposed to like, they were part of the program to like reseed, to like absorb some of the corruption and use the energy of that to create more flora in the world. And in Forbidden West, they play a little more prominent role in that you have to like, you don't just collect them, you have to open them. You have to like hit it a bunch of times and then use your spear to like override them. And then it like there's vines attached to it, so it like frees up. You open it up and it burns away the vines that are attached to stuff. So, but I think it's a good collectible piece. There's a part that I want to use for this. I just have to remember this one. So this is a 3-sided. I thought there was a different 3-sided thing, but I want to try to use this one. It was like this, but there were 3 of them. That's a good piece. I gotta remember that piece. I want to say it's triple something. These things were also really hard to categorize because I was just typing in 4x2 curved slope left, and it had to have the word triple in it. And I was like, oh. Yeah, the poinsettia uses those. So you get these. The problem is I thought the studs were attached here and the rings had the little gap. So I could use these, like the poinsettia did, as flower petals, right? Might still be able to. So we'll have to see. So there's an interior cone. So I thought of stacking 2 of these on top of each other and then just rotating them. Nope. Oh wait, yeah. Now I have to figure out what the exact rotation is. I think that's it. Oh, another gift Cheryl and Claire got Beth and myself was a Costco membership. So now I don't need, I think because every time somebody in our group was like, hey, there's a, this set is on sale over at Costco. And I would message them and be like, hey, if you guys are out at whatever it is, if you're out at Costco, could you see if this is available and I'll pay you if you pick one up for me? And so I think they're like, why don't you do that? So this is how they look before you open them. They're usually just these, which is why I thought of using these. These are newish pieces, so I don't know if I'll be able to do anything but red, which means I'll probably need to do a different thing on the inside. But you can see they're kind of, maybe they're multifaceted. They're 6 again. Oh, well, maybe I can use that 6 ring. Except that was 8. It's not 6. So I can use pneumatic T-squares. I don't know why these are called pneumatic anything. And don't want them to run into anything because these have a limited. The Friends bed and breakfast at Costco for $50. Oh, really? The Friends bed and breakfast. The Lego set? I know Friends had apartment and coffee shop. Did they have a bed and breakfast? Oh, got it. That, you know what? Thanks for, I never understood why that was called that. And I don't even think I tracked that there was a hole going through those. Shows you how much I know about machinery. So, bed and breakfast set. Oh, not the TV show Friends. The Lego line Friends. I'm like, When was the bed and breakfast episode? Oh goodness. Oh, for 50 bucks. That's pretty good. That's actually really nice. I like that. It's a nice looking set. Brings that castle conical roof piece back on there. Some nougat colors. Some nice work around the door. Yeah, that's a pleasing set. What's up, Cliff? Hey, Cliff. Thanks for being here. 10 minutes before the end of the stream. Like clockwork, man. I'm gonna start. I'm not even gonna use whatever my phone uses for setting time anymore. I'm just going to wait for you to show up and be like 10 minutes till. Somebody was asking earlier about MOC competition you're having. I need to go find your channel. Is it? Did you talk about it on your channel somewhere? Let's find out. Clickin'. Cliff. Just got home. Oh, it's Sunday. Just got home from church. Live stream. Lego. Joel Bricks. Instagram. Oh, it was over last week. Okay, cool. Well, then I shan't. Competition night. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. You had a thing on your stream. That's very cool. So these will connect here. And how far up can they rotate? Without running into something else. Right about there, by the looks of it. So that's not going to be great. But let's put them here and see what happens. Announce the winner tonight. Cool. Like these to be the same measurements, please. 345. $225 would be my guess. 105. Okay. And in the middle, I'm going to put shininess. I'm going to put some, let's do round plate. To get it, raise it up a little bit. Oh, also, what color can these be? Quite a few. Pearl gold. Light. I think I'm gonna keep them as light bluish gray. I'll do this as black. There's also gear. It's like a 1x1 gear. Nope. It looks like a flower. Oh. This is cool. Maybe we can do this. What color can that be? Perfect. Is this expensive? $12? No, thank you. That won't fit. Will it fit now? Yes, perfect. And then I'm going to put a little clear thing on the top. Tile. Trans black. Cool. All right. This is going to be a metal flower. So we're getting close to the end of the stream. Looks almost like a holocron. Yeah. It's cool because they do open up. I wish I could get these to be out a little farther, like right here. I think I could close these up if they were. There's candle. I think these are too long. It's too far away. So the stream this Thursday, don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't think I'll do this anymore this year. This is sort of a, hey, it's a themed, it's an advent calendar. I'll still work on it, but, oh, you know what we didn't do is, so what I might do is pick a day and do a little bit of minifigure designing, try to figure out how to get, the minifigure designed well enough so that I could send it to somebody to get printed. Tile bar. And then we can do a little bit of that. There's a little bit of I still need to do some of the yeah, that might work. The submarine thing, still working on. Whenever the Venator gets in, I'll probably be doing that the whole time for 6 weeks. It's a pretty big set. But I also need to start doing more mocking for our big project. I need to get my hands on a power function set. They've been hard to find locally. I don't mind getting a used one, but I don't know if I can justify spending $250 to get power functions, something off eBay or something. If anybody has a line on power functions, big motor, battery pack. It doesn't necessarily need a remote. I don't mind just toggling motor on and off. I don't need a variable speed or anything really. I can use it though, if that's important. I don't know if it comes with a hub. I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it set up so where I don't need a battery pack. I can just use, I need to figure out how to make it so I can plug it into a plug. I'm trying to say that's not, it's not DC power, AC power. So I can plug it into AC power. So I can leave it running all day without having to worry about flipping batteries. We should have power at the table we're going to have it at. So that I need to learn how to do that. Also a light and extension cable. So I need like the basic pack, plus I think an extension cable, because I need to be able to run a light and a motor. Well, the motor runs 2 things, but I'll need to run the light up to the top of the lighthouse. Might just buy the lighthouse just so I can get that, but that's going to be short a couple things that I need. Anyway, so upcoming stuff, keep an eye out for whatever. This has been a fun project. I'll keep at it. And I don't think I'll do these. I think I'll do like angled wedge plates or something so I can get a different color in here, but we'll figure it out. So I'm glad you guys were here for this past year. Have a good, safe New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. I should be back on the 2nd, New Year's, this day after New Year's, the overmorrow from New Year's Day. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your week and a good holiday. And I will talk to you guys later.